Now we just had the moon in Scorpio. So with the moon in Scorpio, need you to pretty much react and respond deeply towards your powers and the desires, and of course, react and respond deeply towards transforming and taking control over your desires, your passions, and your motives, and being direct with it. So it's a whole lot of Martian energy, and of course, whenever the moon is in Scorpio, we all are going to go through a deep transformation, and it's also going to be pretty much feeling like a full moon in that perspective. So we're gonna break down the houses real fast. We're gonna pretty much score a win-win situation. So if you got moon and Scorpio in your first house, it needs you to take full control over your personal life, and of course, be direct towards making it happening when it comes to your work health and routine. You have Moon and Scorpio in your second house. This is pretty much making it happen deeply towards taking power and control over your possessions and your resources and material. And of course, being direct when it comes to relating about that or relationships. You had this in your third house. This is pretty much reacting deeply towards taking control over your mind, the way you think, communicate, and analyze and structure things. And of course, this is putting you into situations pretty much being deep, hidden, and private about things. Also, if you had Scorpio in your fourth house, this is taking control and of course going through transformation dealing with home, family, and privacy. And also what it wants you to do is pretty much expand and look at the bigger picture on that. If you had Moon and Scorpio in your fifth house, this is reacting deeply towards excitement, entertainment, fun, enjoyment, and of course expressing yourself. Now, the Sun also pretty much needed you to pretty much create a status and a career and a reputation around that. You got Scorpio in your sixth house, this is pretty much the moon needs you to react deeply towards your work health and routine and taking control over it. You pretty much went through a transformation. Your truck broke down, your work truck broke down. Something happened that you had a transformational moment at your job. Southern Aries want you to pretty much broadcast that when it comes to your daily tasks and daily routines. If you had this moon and Scorpio in your seventh house, this is experiencing deep transformation with dealing with relationships and how you compromise and relate. And of course, that's you also gonna be having dreams. Put a dream around that. Now, if you have Moon and Scorpio in your eighth house, this is pretty much home here. So of course, it's pretty much feeling the need to pretty much transform what you got going on behind closed doors and secretly, and of course, have a personal way of going about it. If you had this in your ninth house, it's pretty much a deep transformation dealing with experiences, meanings, reasons, and purposes. Of course, spirituality and God. God probably may have put some experiences where you may have to transform something. And of course, it's also dealing with your second house, the things you value. You have this in your 10th house. It's pretty much going through a deep transformation dealing with career goals, status, responsibilities, duties, and of course, how you set yourself up on the path when it comes to your career and your reputations and your social status. Now, you had Aries in your third house. So pretty much just really blending that in. You got if you got Moon and Scorpio in your 11th house, just transforming, of course, taking power control over whoever you associate yourself with. And you got Sun and Aries in your fourth house. And of course, last but not least, Moon and Scorpio in the 12th house, transformation, dealing with dreams, imagination, and desires.